All right, so if you're brand new to modern sports cards, like I am, you might wonder what all these various patterns are. Well, after ripping a few different packs, looking for case hits like everybody else, I decided I needed to quit just doing that and start learning more about the cards and the big case hits out there, but about the actual different patterns of the cards themselves. Now, after doing a little bit of research, I figured out and looking at checklists, which still don't help me a lot because they're all text-based and not picture-based, which would help many of us newbies, but I digress. You have 4 different levels when it comes to the select basketball cards. Now, they've actually been kind of clever about the way they do this, because it's like if you go to a pro basketball game. You have the concourse, the general area, the base cards. You have the premier level. Then you have courtside. And then you have mezzanine, if you're bougie and fancy. But that doesn't help us here. So let's talk about the different ones. We'll start with concourse. We're going to start at the bottom, the beginning, the concourse. And we're going to go through the 4 different levels and then what makes each of the cards a little bit different. Now, concourse, basic card, base cards. You hear that in the baseball and football cards a lot, but with select and basketball, it's a little bit different. You've got a couple of different types. You have the base card, the concourse. This card here, non-prism. It's a select concourse. You notice the muted background in the back. If I grab this Wemby, which is also a concourse, notice the refracting pattern in the back. You can really see the difference between the two. This is a prism, this is a regular. Now, just looking at the front without sneaking around and looking at the back where it says concourse prism on the back, how can you tell the difference? Okay, think of the concourse as the book and the circle, right? So there's the book and the circle. You notice that same pattern. Non-prism, the player with the muted background. Prism, concourse prism, with the player and a reflective background. So you see the kind of 2 differences between Kyrie and Victor. Now, as you go through the concourse levels, you're going to have, again, book, circle. This one is a silver prism. You see the reflective background, but you see the silver border with this, Missy card, right? Now you have this Chet, which is an obviously book, circle, so it's a concourse. You have Chet, and you have the reflective background, so a prism. And then this one, you have a Paul George, book, circle, so it's concourse, the base level, but you have the green, the blue, and the purple prism. Same with this Rob. So you got green, purple. You got green, blue, purple, or multicolor, however you want to call it. But then again, both concourse levels because of the book and the circle. All right, next we're moving up to the premier level. Think of a dollar sign with the player in the middle. We got Ant here. Now, if you look at this one, we have non-prism and a prism. You see the more reflective in the S and then in the background between the two. This one's a little muted. This one is the prism. So I can go to the back. I see premier level, no prism. I come to this one with Bona, and then I see premier level and then prism. And so if we go through and look at this one with Josh, and then we have an orange prism, premier level. We got a couple of them. So think of premier level. We've gone up another step from the concourse. Next up, we go to the mezzanine, up yet again another level. Now, as I understand it, these silver mezzanines are like the ones that are more sought after, obviously outside of the case hits, but apparently these are really popular among people who collect these basketball cards. And then finally, we're going down to courtside. So these are the courtside. I guess the easiest way to remember the courtside circle is like, oh my, we're going down to the courtside. So you notice they have the logo on the left, their prisms, I'm not sure what the O or the circle, whatever up here is, but these are the courtsides. So again, you have concourse, premier level, mezzanine, and then you're going down to the courtside. So one more time for a quick review. Book, circle, concourse. Dollar signs means you moved up a level. You got to the premier level. If you're moving on up in the world, you might get up to the mezzanine. And then when you get the big time money, you're going courtside. Hope this helps. It's a little bit of guide. It's me learning as I go, sharing with you as I get there. Until next time.